Welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. My name's John.
And I'm Kim.
And we thank you for stopping by tonight. We really
Thank
do.
you.
And to start off tonight, we want to say welcome to the new week. Everybody's back.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Everybody's
back to the grind, unfortunately.
Yes. And we want to
Getting up this morning was a little difficult.
It was. It was kind of like, back in schedule.
Yes.
And I also wanted to say we're occasionally you may see us drinking beverages here on the United.
Yes.
Now this one I'm drinking
it's
from.
Cold up here in our studio. We haven't lit in our fireplace yet.
No,
this
we
season.
haven't.
We need to light it.
But we have a Big Trees State Park coffee mug.
I don't, but you do. You didn't pour me a cup.
All right, I should.
So.
Well, if she drinks coffee this late, she'll never go to sleep. She doesn't sleep anyway,
No,
so I don't know
really.
what difference it would make. But
it's a little nippy up here, though. We need to maybe put that Duraflame in tomorrow night a little earlier. What do you think?
I think so. That would be a good idea.
Anyway,
want to start off on a really sad note. Over the weekend, there was the first fatality, traffic fatality of 2008, and it was Donald James Hollingsworth, a 33-year-old father from McCollum Hill. Hydroplane lost control of his car on Jesus Maria, and crashed into a tree.
And that happened on Saturday.
On
right?
Saturday, yeah, about 5:30 p.m. He left behind his wife, Mandy Hollingsworth of McCollum Hill, children Destin Thompson of McCollum Hill, Donald J. Hollingsworth III of McCollum Hill, and Dalton Hollingsworth, all of McCollum Hill, mother Beth Hollingsworth of Sacramento, a father Donald Hollingsworth of San Andreas, and a sister Sarah Hollingsworth of Sacramento. And also, this is the second traffic fatality for McCollum Hill, because just over
the last month or so.
Just over the last month. And our thoughts and prayers go out to the family.
The funeral will be held on January 10th.
On the 10th, yes.
Yes, and all that information is on our site if you'd like to take a look at that on the front page.
And
our thoughts and prayers do go out to this family and the people that knew this very young gentleman, as it's very tragic. He's lived up here most of his life, so he is familiar with the roads. It was just a fluke. It was just a fluke. A bad situation. And again, we are very sorry.
And attended Community Covenant Church in San Andreas, and the interment will be at Independence Cemetery, and it will be at Community Covenant Church, at the Community Covenant Church at the 110 at 10 a.m.
Yes.
And that's a sad way to start off.
Yes, very sad. Too young.
The news tonight. Way too young. And a young father. A young father left
I'm sure
behind
his children were very young.
3
He's
kids.
Only 33.
Yeah.
Sure, his children were very young.
And so let's be careful out there. And that kind of segues into a couple more traffic accident pieces.
We had another accident this morning. Actually, some friends of ours. She was taking her husband driving him down to work from Arnold this morning, as his car doesn't have four-wheel drive.
Okay.
He has a practice down in Murphy's, and she was driving down Highway 4 in that turn of Darby Russell. I don't think she was speeding or anything.
Yeah.
And she hit some black ice, and her car, I guess, somehow ended up in the other lane, and the car coming the other direction hit her head on. But thank goodness they all only suffered minor injuries. They're all home from the hospital. Both cars were totaled. We just spoke with Sue a few minutes ago, and she's quite shaken up. Her daughter, who's 9, who actually used to go to school with our son, who was a student up here at Hazel Fisher Elementary, has some bruising and things like that, and is shaken up. But it could have been. The CHP said that it could have been so much worse. Could have been so much worse. She said when she started spinning, she thought for sure she would just hit a snow berm. But instead, she went into the other lane, and then a car just hit her head on. But it could have been so much worse, so much worse. So thank God it wasn't, really. And our thoughts go out to you guys also, the McCraddock family, on that.
And there was a couple more, minor accidents over the weekend. There was one where a intoxicated woman failed to stop at the Highway 49 and 12 intersections, hit the guardrail there, and was later arrested.
No, was she injured?
No. Well, minor injuries. But the big one obviously was the fatality this weekend.
Luckily, there weren't a lot more, because this has been a busy holiday weekend, and there really hasn't been a lot of accidents over the last couple of weeks.
No, there really hasn't
Thank
been.
goodness for that.
But there's been with all the weather, there was a ton of
Lots of weather.
lots of snow, lots of rain,
hail,
lots of hail,
ice,
lots of all
wind,
kinds of stuff. Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. So, and tomorrow we have our first Board of Soups meeting for 2008.
They're back in action.
Yes, they are back in action tomorrow morning. It looks like kind of a busy agenda.
They have also confirming the hiring of county CAO, the new county CAO,
Mr. Lawton.
Mr.
Yes.
Lawton, and also various other items on the agenda. So it's good to see them back in action for 2008.
Would you like to read mine?
Well, sure. Let's see.
They will be
here.
discussing budget adjustments for $3,475,000 and $175,000 relative to costs associated with acquisitions of certain properties. And that was actually an amendment to the
Okay.
agenda that was just added. So you can go on with the rest if you'd like.
All right. Community Development Agency will be also talking about Title 24 issues, and also it looks like they are talking about salary adjustments for the Sheriff's Department Association, and also they're also talking about some property that may actually be used. They may actually need to use eminent domain a little bit on properties to possibly used for the jail. So we'll bring you updates tomorrow from
Yes,
the
we
meeting,
will have
and
updates.
also we'll have the video as always
Yes,
afterwards.
Video and summary as always. We'll have that up for you the next day, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, this is one of those weekends to where there was a lot of just snow.
There was a lot of snow. A lot of snow and ice and hail and wind. And
You name it.
there was a little bit of everything.
Little bit
all
of
the way
everything.
down to, I guess, across California.
Yeah. Now, at the upper elevations, everyone was happy because they had over 4 feet of snow at Bear Valley.
Fresh powder.
We posted another one of our little Bear Valley drives to where we started in Arnold and drove all the way up, took you on a chairlift ride, and all the way
I
up.
didn't know you did that.
Yeah,
Wow.
to the chairlift ride and everything. One of our little Bear Valley drives there. Video runs about 9 minutes, and because everybody was so ecstatic about the snow, the accompanying music is Handel's Hallelujah Chorus. So
You know,
get
that
you all-
powder stuff's hard work, though. Our son and John had a hard time.
Yeah.
John works up there on the weekends as an ambassador, so he could get a free lift ticket.
Is that it? Yeah. Okay.
Also, he has to spend 10 days up there a year.
Something
So
like that.
we have to take
And-
our son up there every
Yeah.
weekend to ski anyway. So yesterday, John decided to go out with our son Granger for a little bit because the ski team had canceled their practice due to the weather, and they went out, and the powder was just. Our son can't ski in the powder; it was horrible. And John took
I'm
a
not
tumble.
the best at it.
John took a tumble. I
Yeah, I
said you have instead of road rash, you have snow rash.
Snow rash,
ice
yeah.
rash on his
Yeah.
face. So
So you know how if you go from the
That
groom
snows-
part
that
onto the
powder's tough
powder,
stuff. You
it
don't
puts
see me
the
out
brakes
there.
on. So yeah,
so you felt pretty good.
Yeah,
Hurt
I got
your
a
back
little
and-
bit of rash here. No, not that big a deal
No,
though.
not that big of a deal. But there weren't a lot of people up there yesterday.
No.
I imagine most of the weekend they weren't too busy because of
Well,
the weather.
but I don't think they're
weather
going to be
scare.
complaining because
No,
now they have
this
plenty
next
of
weekend
snow.
ought to be great. Yeah,
And rumor has it they will open the bottom half of the mountain
on
this
Wednesday.
Maybe.
Now
So
I guess there's a myth. If a certain rock is covered
then they can
with
go.
snow, then that means that the lower half is ready to open.
The Grizz is ready to go.
Exactly. At least according to our 10-year-old. That's what he tells us.
Ah.
If you see that rock over there covered in snow, that means the Grizz is going to open. So
Well, that makes sense.
he knows more than we do.
Yeah, he does. Looking for the. And also, we want to segue into the New Maloney's houseboats. Should we talk about that?
Sure.
While they were happy up at the top, there was at least 3, we believe, houseboats completely destroyed or turtled. And if you want to see some closer pictures, one of our viewers was generous enough to.
Isolina Ferreira actually sent us some pictures of these damaged houseboats.
Yeah,
which
and as you'll see
this
here-
occurred on Saturday during Saturday's storm.
Yeah, the high wind. And if you see here's a couple that are fine there. And there's here one over on the shoreline that the only thing you see left is the railing from the top. And the rest is just completely debris.
It's
I mean,
tragic.
just nothing there. Another one here, completely upside down. All you see is the bottom.
Terrible. Terrible.
And it just covered a couple more. Here's one that's just beached. That one they may be able to salvage
I would have
and
never
clean it up.
dreamt that it could have caused so much damage.
And we'll go through a couple more here. Now here you see one of these really big, nice ones. Look how fancy this one is. All the different, and this one's over beached as well. Luckily, that one's still in one piece. And this is something you have to see here. Now this one, the side of the one that is still floating is severely damaged because on the upper deck it's ripped away. But what you see right here, these are pontoons. This is actually the bottom of another houseboat. This is the... So
it's completely flipped over then?
Completely flipped over. Yeah, completely flipped over. And also here's another shot, or maybe this is a separate one.
It's
all
hard
you
to
see
tell,
is pontoon.
isn't it?
Look, that's just it. All you see is pontoon there.
I
So
hope
that's the...
my friend's boat's okay that's out there.
And here's another shot of the debris from the other one. If you look at that, it's just that one is just completely destroyed. Just the destruction out there at Maloney's was pretty significant. Pretty significant on that.
We also received a news release from the Sheriff's Department on Saturday regarding the storms, which was interesting. They were actually required to use a 911 reverse system on Saturday due to the
reverse 911 system.
Reverse 911 system. I guess I'll give a quick reading
Sure.
of this. In response to the first major storm of 2008, the Calaveras County Sheriff's Department and Calaveras Office of Emergency Services briefly opened the Emergency Operations Center and conveyed the multi-agency coordinating group. As of 12 p.m. on January 5, 2008, approximately 13 structures were damaged as a result of the storm and high winds. A complete damage assessment report is being developed, so as soon as we have that, we will give that to you also. In preparation for the storm, the reverse 911 system was utilized to inform residents in the Valley Springs, Jenny Lind, and San Andreas areas of the impending storm and the availability of sandbags. The messages also provided residents with basic precautionary instructions.
Yeah.
Over 6,000 households were contacted by the reverse 911 system. Targeted households included those that were located in low-lying areas or areas with a history of flooding. On that date, they received 76 calls for service for storm-related issues, including wind, rain, or falling tree damage. No evacuations were required, thank goodness.
Yeah.
From that. So, sounds like the storm did cause a lot. I know there were a lot of trees down, a lot of power lines down, and things like that.
All kinds of stuff down.
All
And
kinds
it
of
was,
stuff.
at one time, what was it, over 1 million people without power and stuff in the state of California.
Yes.
We understand now that almost all of those in the Calaveras County now are back and restored. May just be a handful of them yet.
I know there were a lot of people in Railroad Flat without it all weekend, and theirs was finally back up yesterday. So.
Yeah. When we talked to PG&E on Nicole Tam from PG&E on, when did we talk to her? It was on the 5th.
A couple days ago.
Yeah, on the 5th. There was about 2,000 county residents at the time without power, and it was just scattered. So there wasn't really any firm time.
It was hard to tell which areas. Yeah, it was just scattered throughout the county.
Throughout the county, yeah, because they had just an enormous number of just down and broken things.
Yes.
We didn't lose power in ours. It flickered a little
God.
bit. We didn't lose.
Because I don't want to be cold. That's my biggest fear is
You
we're
don't
going to
like being
freeze.
cold?
No, we're going to freeze. I remember when we owned a home in Miwok that had no insulation in the walls, and our main source
It was an old cabin.
Our main source of heat was our fireplace. It was a little 2-story cabin. It was horrible. If you'd go away for a couple days and come home, it would take 4 days to thaw out. It was, you could
the whole thing.
blow and
it was just
steam
the whole thing was.
The cold air.
It was pretty bad.
And I have those fond memories.
Yes, of course, yes.
And that's what scares me.
Now, what happened in Bret Harte tonight?
They had their first board meeting of 2008.
Okay.
And one of the big stories is there was an anonymous
big story.
An anonymous $500,000 donation that was anonymously donated to Bret Harte for construction of a new. Did I say cafeteria earlier?
Oh, it's the new.
It's in your email.
Oh, let me get it.
I think it's cafeteria or multi-purpose room or something like that.
Now, while we're on it, not 50,000.
No, 500,000. An anonymous donation for 500,000.
Let's see. Here we go. And also was a 1928 yearbook and diploma donated to Bret Harte
Theater.
A $500,000 anonymous donation to fund the construction of a multi-purpose room.
They also approved the 3-year calendar for the district. So that for the next 3 years, the calendar for the district has been approved.
Very nice.
So all events and everything, I guess that's what that means, has been approved.
Super.
Those are the top stories for the meeting. The first meeting held tonight.
Does that mean they can't change anything for 3 years?
I guess, I don't know.
And
also, which something I found out that I wasn't aware of, is that they have coming up this Friday night a winter homecoming game. Bret Hart has a winter homecoming football game. They're going to crown a king instead of no queen, just a king. Queen? This is what I hear from our sources. So we will hopefully have a story up on that for you tomorrow. I'm not sure who they're playing or anything. We need to find out some information on that, as we didn't know about it. So this Friday night, I imagine they're going to play football in the rain, in the mud. If it is, I imagine it's probably still pretty wet out there, right?
And speaking of wet.
So anyway, this Friday night, stay tuned for Bret Hart's winter homecoming game. We will have more specifics on that for you tomorrow.
And also, this is from Bethany Monk. This is driving in the rain on Saturday.
On Highway 26. This is along Highway 26, she said.
And this is probably just about where they had the, did she get caught up in the, when they had the power, the tree down?
She didn't say where. She just said this is driving home from.
Because there was a tree that was down that blocked Highway 26 for a time. It was closed.
Yes. Let me see. We have one more article from Bethany.
All right.
The CAHSEE scores still high at Bret Hart. Vallecito. Students at Bret Hart Union High School scored higher than the statewide average on the California high school exit exam, according to the school's principal.
Nice. Very nice.
He announced that the school's test results he received shortly after winter break during the district's first meeting of the year. 97% of the school's seniors who took the test last spring passed it. 90% of the school's juniors who took the test also passed it. Vallecito High School, an alternative school for students who prefer smaller class sizes or need to make up credits, will be implementing the Reconnecting Youth program next semester, according to the school's principal, Catherine Jones. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess that's where our kids will be going, right? Bret Hart. Before you know it.
Before you know it. And we're still putting together some of them. We have the clips from some random little snow clips from up there at Bear Valley. Here's some of the racers coming through the gates in slow-mo here. Boom, just flying. There's some of the kids on that team.
Fast.
They're fast.
Little tiny 6-year-olds.
Yeah, they're just
like little
fast.
lightning bolts.
Just flying through
one of
the
the
gates.
kids, I guess they call Noah the Lightning Bolt. From what our son just joined this year. He's 10. He's a little slower than most of the kids on the team. And actually, they're having their first race this year for 2008.
That's right.
And it's actually going to be up here at Bear Valley. It's called let me see. It's called the Far West, right? The Far West USSA.
Yeah.
2002. They're starting off their 2007-2008 season with the first race this weekend, January 12th and 13th at Bear Valley Mountain Resort, and that will be a slalom race. So if you're interested in going up and watching these talented young athletes up at Bear Valley, or I'm sure we'll have full video coverage and scores up right afterwards.
Probably.
The chances of that are pretty good.
And also coming up, basketball, where our basketball coverage will be cranking up for the new year, and also some wrestling coverage. And we see some of these kids can just they can just fly.
Yes, they can. It's amazing.
And this is slow-mo. And this is of a young man that's actually from Sonora.
He's very good.
He's an 11-year-old.
He's 12. He's been on the race team for 6 years. He started off in Dodge Ridge and came over here.
Yeah.
Because our coaching over here is supposed to be so much better.
And he is just really, he's very smooth, very smooth to watch. So there's a lot of, should be fun.
From what we hear, those gates are hard. Those small, sharp turns are hard to do.
So you're not going to race?
No. And there are still seats available for the 7 p.m. concert by the Sons of San Joaquin.
There we go.
Would you like to bring up that picture? One more time for our viewers, or no? The men in the tight orange pants?
I think the women liked the picture better than the men did, right?
The Calaveras County Arts Council has announced that seats are still available for the 7 p.m. evening show on Sunday, January 13th, featuring the Son of the San Joaquin. But the 3 p.m. matinee is sold out. The concert by the ever-so-popular Singing Cowboys will be held in the Bret Hart Theater on Highway 49 on the campus of the high school in Angels Camp.
There you go.
So if you'd like to still get tickets for that, those are available.
And we're also starting to feature little features with Chef James from Ironstone.
Yes.
So if you ever go to our site and you want to look at those, this is kind of a nice little clip.
We're scheduled to do another one this Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes, So I'm not sure what he's talking about, but I know he is offering a cooking class, I think, this weekend
Coming up soon.
on knives.
On knives?
Which types of knives to use in the kitchen, yes. And those cooking classes are very popular, sold out quickly, but I hear they're well worth the money. So
That's assuming somebody like me would ever actually go in the kitchen,
I
right?
probably wouldn't either. I don't cook much either, so I cook, but not
I actually
well.
like it when I actually do it. I like it.
Yeah, but you only do it like once a year. You help me in the kitchen, so
Oh, once a
that's
year.
kind of a problem.
That's
It's
it?
so nice. We have so much fun when we're in there together. I don't know why we don't do it more often, but hey, what can I say?
All right.
You know.
How's weather looking?
Well, according to Bethany, baby, it's cold outside.
It's cold outside. All
Indoor
right.
activities for youngsters. Monday may have teased us with sunshine and dry weather, but according to the National Weather Forecast, Calaveras is in for more wintry weather, much like we saw last week. For some, that means more hours at home with the children, which is hard. Those last couple of weeks of vacation were difficult. The kids were bored, and fortunately, there are plenty of resources and ideas to help parents and caregivers keep these young ones busy indoors. We have an article up from Bethany on our front page. You can take a look at that to see what's available out there for the kids to do. It has all kinds of stuff. A Play-Doh recipe.
This is a very nice article she
Yes.
did. Very nice. It's
Ooey
all kinds
gooey.
of ooey gooey.
How to make ooey gooey. How to make Play-Doh. How to make goop.
Goop.
Yes. Sock puppets. Indoor photo shoot. Family fun. See, we need to do more stuff like this.
We need to make more sock
We need
puppets.
And we need to have more family time.
Oh.
Which our kids are always complaining we don't do
okay.
enough of, unfortunately. Make
All
more
right.
sock puppets.
More sock
Maybe we
puppets.
should do a puppet show for the news sometime. What do you think?
We should. Also, one of the things is in New Hampshire, the first votes have been cast already because the
Okay.
polls opened at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So they've actually had, over an hour's worth of voting so far?
Yes.
Hour and a
who's
half?
ahead?
New Hampshire 2008 looks like Dixville Notch. The first votes counted, and doesn't look like Hillary got any. Here we
She
go.
didn't get any.
Dixville Notch, New Hampshire. Citizens went to the polls in two small New Hampshire towns just after midnight Tuesday to cast the first ballots in the 2008 presidential primary. Let's see. It was on the Republican side. Giuliani had 1 vote. Huckabee had no votes.
Wow.
4 votes for McCain. And 2 votes for Romney. None for Paul, none for Thompson. On the Democratic side, Clinton had 0. Edwards had 2. Kucinich had 0. Obama had 7. And Richardson had
Obama's
1.
winning them.
So it really looks like Obama is really
Second state
jumping
he's
out.
taken then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is, let's see.
This isn't the
Dixville
caucuses
Notch.
yet. This is just the...
This is the first real primary.
Yeah,
All right, so Dixville Notch. Then in Hart's location, they had a population of 42. Dixville Notch had about 75 people right near the Canadian border.
Wow.
So they're off and running. It's so the first votes, and it looks like, man, Obama is just really.
Poor guy looks tired, though. We watched the debate the other night. They all look so tired already, except for the Breck girl.
Yes.
Right? he never
nice,
looks. No,
be
that's what
nice.
everybody calls him.
Edwards?
Of course, he's a very handsome, distinguished
he is,
man. I
yeah.
don't. That's just what I heard his nickname
Now,
is. The
if you've
Breck
seen,
girl.
have you seen in the news?
He's the only one that doesn't look tired. He always looks handsome
know.
and nice.
Have you seen the news about the signal for Obama? It's kind of like YMCA, except it's O.
Okay.
Oh, for Obama.
Right.
You know, it's not the
For Oprah.
Yeah, Oprah for Oprah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh. All right. Anyway,
So can you still do the YMCA?
I never could do the YMCA even.
I tried the other night and I just couldn't seem to get it together.
You couldn't do it?
No.
We can practice
In
afterwards.
lots of years, we can.
Yeah.
We
all
can.
right. We better do a little bit of
Our
weather.
kids might have a heart attack.
We might have heart attacks. And it's one of the nice things about this week is there's still the precipitation on the calendar, but the amounts, the clouds aren't there isn't as much in them.
There's not. I haven't.
No.
I haven't even looked at weather today. So you go ahead.
Because we were looking at so much weather.
Well,
Overnight.
we do have snow on the ground here in Arnold. What, about a foot?
Yeah, maybe a little less. Overnight, low of 30 degrees in Arnold tonight. Showers, 100% chance of showers on tomorrow. 90% tomorrow night. Partly cloudy, chance of showers. Chance of showers, a little bit of partly cloudy and chance of showers throughout the rest of the week. And just not as much stuff.
Bear Valley.
Go
Can I
ahead.
read Bear Valley?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tonight, 20% chance of snow, low of 21. Tomorrow, 100% chance of snow, high of 35. Tuesday night, 90% chance of snow, low of 23. Wednesday, 20% chance of snow, high of 38. Wednesday night, 50% chance of snow, low of 25. Thursday, 40% chance, low of 40. High of 40. Thursday night, partly cloudy, low of 25. And Friday, mostly sunny, high of 39. Friday night, cloudy and low of 28.
And the weather system just off the coast of Northern California, we'll read a little bit of the weather winter storm warning right now. As much as 1 to 2 feet of new snow will be possible by early Wednesday morning. Snow levels will be around 4,000 to 5,000 feet. Periods of heavy snow, gusty southwest and 30 to 40 will lead to areas of blowing and drifting snow with limited visibility. Woohoo!
So that's coming when again?
Wednesday, tomorrow night and Wednesday morning.
Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And for our friends farther on down the hill, Angels Camp. Did you do Angels Camp
No,
yet?
I did not.
All right, I was looking at something else.
I'd be happy to do so if you'd like.
Okay, I'll do Bangor, Maine.
All right. How about Murphy's?
Okay, Murphy's.
Murphy's, mostly cloudy, low of 33 tonight. Tomorrow, 80% chance of showers, high of 44 degrees. Tuesday night, 80% chance of showers, low of 36 degrees. Wednesday, partly sunny, high of 52. Wednesday night, 40% chance of showers, low of 36. Thursday, 40% chance of showers, high of 56. Thursday night, partly cloudy, low of 35. Friday, sunny, high of 56. Friday night, mostly clear. I'm trying to hurry.
I know. We're about out of time for tonight. For our friends in Bangor, Maine, 45-35, 44-27, 41-24, and 35-22. It's actually warmer in Bangor, Maine. And we'll be back tomorrow night.
Yes.
Thank you very much for
you so much
joining
for
us, and have a great night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.